Beautiful day, beautiful day. Much love, everyone. To anybody that may join the conversation. I'm going to wait a second. I always like to try to do a mic check to make sure I'm being heard, but sometimes I have difficulties, sometimes I don't. So before we begin, I'm just going to go ahead and put some disclaimers out here. First, I'm not a medical professional. Um, uh, I may talk about natural remedies, natural healings of herbs, of oils, of um, plants, of crystals, and things like that. But I am not a professional. If you have any questions about any of the home remedies, natural remedies that I may speak about, please talk to your own primary care physician for yourself or pediatrician for your little ones. Also, uh, with the conversation that I want to have right now, I want to say that I do not promote, uh, and I'm not promoting people to belittle, hurt other people. I'm here. I want people, all people, not just people of one particular country, of one particular place. I want all people to have the freedom of their minds, to have the freedom of our hearts, and to be who we truly are, and to love ourselves and know ourselves, go deep within ourselves. And it's not based on, I just want to see change and prosperity and good things for this country or the people in this country. I want change for all humanity. The title says love for humanity. I don't just have a love for people in this country. I have a love for people, for humanity. And so, why I'm on here, beautiful day, whoever that is that just came in here. Um, the reason why I'm in here, and this may, make people upset. That's fine. This may make people ruffle their feathers. That's fine. This live may only get like 3 views. That's fine, as long as it stirs something within somebody. I just finished mowing most of my land, and as I mow and weed eat, I tend to think and reflect. I kind of like it. And I can't help but think over the past couple of weeks, some of the conversations that I've had, or things that I've observed, or even a couple of videos that came on my feed. And I don't even watch videos like this anymore. So there's a reason why these videos came, and why I keep thinking about this subject, because I need to say something. And so, and it starts with something that a video that showed somebody, I don't know where it was, a video that showed somebody, I don't even know if it's a recent video. I can't even remember, or if it was within the past couple of years, but protesting and jumping in a person's face for wearing the mask during the whole mask mandate. And I'm going to say something. I'm not speaking on anything that I've never experienced, or I went through, or I didn't go through to understand. I think sometimes that's what's wrong. People speak on things that they don't understand, or they have very limited knowledge on, and they have that small amount of knowledge, and they know it all. So anyway, it was somebody was getting in somebody else's face for wearing a mask, and all this other stuff, and it aligned with the conversation that I had with someone a couple of weeks ago. And the very same thing was like, you are taking away my personal freedoms by wearing a mask. Now, don't get it twisted. Oh, I'm for masks. I'm not for anything. I'm not for anything that makes people feel like they are forced to make a decision, forced to do something like that, But I kept hearing, you're forcing me, you complying and wearing a mask is taking away my freedom. And I can't help but think about how crazy that statement is. First of all, I'm going to say this. If you, and this is my opinion, okay? I'm not trying to make anybody have this opinion, but to me, if you think a lot of these people in the truther communities, you push this truth and you push this narrative, and you talk about the secret societies and things like that are behind the scenes that run things. So if you think your freedom comes from a piece of paper or a document that was signed and put in place and written by the very hands of the people from the secret societies that you try to expose, if you think that is truly giving you freedom, then there's a lot for you to learn. Freedom doesn't come from a piece of paper. It's the freedom of your mind. And so, but with these systems, it's like with these systems everywhere in these governments and things like that, let's give them the illusion that you have a choice. Let's give the people the illusion that they have freedom and the physical freedom and things like that, but it's the freedom of your mind. So when I heard watching this video, these people screaming at this person, you are taking away my freedoms by putting this on your face. Again, I'm not for all those mandates. Again, I'm not for things like that. I'm for the freedom of humanity. But then I start thinking about people, the same people that say that. Are you not contributing to the enslavement of the people, of the industries, of the clothing industry, where your clothes are made in various countries with child labor, forced labor, and things like that, and they are struggling to have to have freedom as being basic human beings? And then you, in the very same breath, with your shirts and the things that you have on, you're free to go to the movies. You're free to go put gas in your car. You're free to go here and there. And these people in various countries around the world are fighting for the freedom just to be human, just to be heard, and working and providing things for you. For me, I have a shirt on. I wear clothes. I'm part of it too, you know. And you blame somebody for complying with a mandate for them taking away your freedom, but you fail to realize, or you don't want to realize, that the bondage that me, the world, that we give these people are the very shirts that we wear on our back. I know this isn't a popular subject. It's fine. Maybe this is just me venting, but I'm so tired of, and it actually is hurting me, hurts my heart when I see people who are always judging other people. And I see it so intensely in these truther communities, in these different communities. You say you want truth, you get it's like, we promote knowledge, we promote wisdom, we promote the academics of being so, I went to MIT, I know this, I know that, I know the earth is flat, or I know this, or I know that. You're so smart that you're so dumb. You're so smart that it has caused you to have like wisdom or intelligence in books, wisdom or intelligence in so-called truth seeking, but you people are absolutely dumb when it comes to emotional wisdom. When it comes to seeing the humanity in humanity. What's the difference? What's the difference when people speak about people who are in a religious setting, and they say, my God is better than your God, my country is better than your country? What's the difference? It's promoting separation, it's promoting division. And like I just said, if you think the slave master is going to give you the keys to your freedom, think again. That's the illusion. The illusion is people believing that you are physically free. so busy worried about this person doing this physically that your mind is captivated. Your mind is held in bondage. I said this before. You go from one system of enslavement to another. I'm thinking about this, and there's I don't have conversations with people because not people don't understand where I'm coming from, which is okay. I don't judge people based on where they are. That's another thing that gets me. People judging people based on where they are on their path of learning, their path of self-discovery, you know, but in the same breath haven't really worked on themselves. It starts within, it starts with yourself. We are not going to progress as a people. We are not going to progress as humanity until we realize that all these systems are systems that play us against each other. That goes from countries, that goes from religions, that goes from whatever. Instead of fighting, saying, I just want my country to be prosperous, I want this and this and this for my country, it's about humanity. I want the same type of freedom and peace for myself and for people that live in my country. That I want that for people who live in Pakistan, for people who live in, I want them to be able to live their way. It saddens me the lack of empathy people have for one another, and how we get so caught up in empty conversations or looping conversations, which is what the systems, what the governments, what the people behind the screens, what the secret societies, whatever you want to call it, that's what they want. Keep them chasing that tail, keep them looping so they won't grow. Let's keep them distracted so they won't grow, so they won't realize the power within themselves. And we think that we are on a path of freedom. When I say we, I'm saying collectively, not people who are individuals. But so much still a slave in the mental, and then have the nerve to look down on other people for them being a slave. But you are still in mental captivity. If you think because you have this set of wisdom that you're greater than someone. Worrying about the systems in the body and not thinking about the freedom of your mind, the freedom from the chains of your mind. And that goes with stop judging other people on their path. That goes with focusing inward, turning inward, and seeing what needs to be done within you. Knowing that, I don't even know if I'm expressing this right. And just by even here, I know it's really hard because I'm expressing myself. I have all these feelings and all these emotions and been having all these dreams and trying to express it through human words and the intensity of these energies I'm feeling, and nobody understands and nobody wants to hear. It's hard sometimes. And I've looked back over my life and I realized that because I feel this way, I've always felt this way, and I've always been outside of the box, outside of the box of the box. And I've said this a number of times, a misfit among the misfits among the misfits. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this up. Is it worth it? Maybe I should. Maybe one person will understand what I'm talking about when I talk about the love of humanity. These systems that keep us down. We speak about freedom, but we don't really want freedom. Sometimes it scares people. People speak about they want freedom, but it scares them. Because when you truly have freedom, you have to take accountability and responsibility for yourself and your freedom. And it's the freedom of the mind. Think of it. When people capture, when people, poachers or things go out, they go out and they capture these big old lions, male lions, female lioness, and they capture them and they place them in zoos to be looked at for their pleasure so they can earn money, gain money, all this other stuff. And they put them in a place that's confined. But to that lion, it makes it seem like they have freedom, like they're free to roam around, but they're confined. They're not free. You're tamed and in a cage, or tamed and in an area that you can only go so far when you are supposed to be the king and queen of the freaking jungle. Mm. And then people don't understand you. I was re-looking at a couple of lives from We Are Awake TV, and some of them were the soul, it's called soul, the soul trap and things like that, and how people can't wait. There are people, and I don't blame them, who cannot wait to get off this plane of existence. But then they make fun of other people who enjoy this plane of existence, or who feel that they have a mission to help people here. It's not for everybody. Anyway, I'm in here talking to myself and it's been 17 minutes. I hope you guys, there's so much I want to say, but then it's like my words are all tied up, and it's hard having a conversation with yourself. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of the selfishness of people. How they can just look beyond the hurt of somebody else because they live in another country, or because they don't look like them. It's about humanity. It's truly about humanity. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful rest of your day, beautiful rest of your week. Much love.